How are you? Welcome back again to the channel Learn Relationship and Marriage. And this is where we bring to you everything about relationship and even marriage. My name is Anne Goge, and today I've come with a video. Actually, it's sort of a reaction video, but I want to talk about our young women, our young ladies. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because in my country now, this season, there are so many ladies who have gotten killed. There was a lady who was killed in an Airbnb, and actually, the other day, this week, there is even another one who was also killed in an Airbnb. And my question is, what is happening to our women? What is happening to the young ladies? What is going on? And that is why I've decided to shoot this video, because my heart aches. Because those two ladies, they are just like my daughters. And I am saddened to imagine the kind of death they faced and the kind of brutality that these men who killed them had, and the kind of heartlessness, and even I don't even know what I can describe what happened to the two women. The last woman, maybe you have not seen the video, and maybe you are asking, Anne, what are you talking about? I'm talking about this lady who is actually, who has not even been buried, who was found somewhere in Kenya, Nairobi, Kenya, actually, in an estate. And it happens that this lady is a young girl who is in the university. He's in the third year in the university, and she was pursuing her degree course. But it happened that she developed a relationship with someone she did not know. And they met in Instagram, and their communications were all done in the Instagram. And she was invited by this guy to go and meet him for the first time, the first date. And it happened that the girl sort of rejected the invitation, and this guy enticed her, I think, with money and promises until she could not resist, and she went to meet this guy. They met somewhere in that estate called Roysambu, and she was taken by this guy to an Airbnb, and it is said that she was drugged, and then she was raped, and afterwards she was killed. Actually, as we talk, it looks like some of the parts in her body are missing. Very, very sad. Actually, very, very sad. And I want first to say, if the family of this girl are watching me, I want to say so, so sorry. And may the Lord comfort you. May God give you peace that surpasses human understanding. Because I know we cannot be able to comfort you, but there is a God who comforts people and gives them peace, even when things are so bad like they are right now. So, I really wanted to talk about this so that I can give Reddy some advice. I know that there are so many problems that are happening in our country. There is a lot of need in terms of monetary needs, but I want to advise our young women. First of all, don't go to meet with someone you don't know at night, because it seems that this young woman went to meet this guy at night. Secondly, do not meet him in a private place where there are no other people, because it seems that this girl, there were the two of them in that Airbnb, and there was nobody else. In case you want to meet someone for the first date and you have never seen this person, you have never met with him, it is very, very important to invite a male friend or some women, many. You go with them. And it is very, very important to meet in an open place, in a hotel, or even in a park, or somewhere where there are people. Because let me tell you, young women, it is very, very important to love yourself. Love yourself, value your life, and do not trust people so much to an extent that you want to meet with this person at night and it is your first date, and you want to give yourself to this guy for the first day you have met him, it is quite sad. And I want to tell our girls, it is very important to love yourself. It is very important to have self-respect. It is very important not to be carried away by what these people have, because it's like men have realized there are so many problems, and our ladies can really be enticed by the monetary gain, and therefore they can do anything when it comes to money. When it comes to promises, they can do anything. And I want to say, when someone promises so high, quite a high sum of money, when deals are too good, think twice. Don't just run to a hole where you're going to meet your death just because of money promised, or just because this guy is talking big, telling you he's flying out, telling you the kind of a car he drives, telling you how big he is and what kind of a house he stays. It is very important for our girls to restrain from enticing information, enticing brag from these men, because they have realized that is the catch. They tell you about a lot of money. They tell you to meet in an Airbnb, in a very posh estate, and because you really think that this guy is genuine, you go and meet him, and he's ready to do all his dirt on you. So please restrain yourself from being enticed with monetary gain or with anything. And the other thing, it is very important. If it is your first date and you have never met this person, it is good to find out about them. Nowadays, there is social media. There is a lot of information about people. Get to know about this person, the kind of friends he deals with, the kind of work he does, where he comes from. It is very important to dig information. As young as you are, and I really understand you, it is good to dig out information about the person you're going to meet with, about the person who is telling you to meet him for the first time. Dig information about this person, because as you dig information, you can learn a lot about what kind of a person you're meeting with. And it will help you to make a decision whether to meet him or not. And of course, I've told you, don't go alone. Be accompanied by someone or people. Meet in a public place. Do not meet a person for the first time in a place, because the two girls that have been murdered, and actually I saw there are other people who have been caught, and they're saying they have murdered 70 girls. And if we may run by the two girls who have been murdered, you will find that the first thing is that they didn't know these people. Actually, for this girl, the recent girl, it is said that the guy was describing how he's dressed so that the girl can recognize him. Meaning that this was the first time the girl was meeting this guy. So he was a stranger, total stranger to her. She didn't know him. And it's like she had not dug information like I am saying about this guy. So don't agree to meet with a stranger at night, alone, in a private room. However much this guy is genuine, just tell him you can only meet him in a public place and in the company of other people. If he doesn't want, then let him be. Because you cannot sacrifice your life. You cannot sacrifice yourself to someone you don't know. The other thing I would want to advise the young women is that we just run to work hard. Because it's like these people are taking advantage of the fact that we are running when we hear the kind of life these people are living. Just giving an example of the two cases I've had. And therefore, it is good to work hard. Trust yourself. Don't have a grasshopper mentality on yourself. You can build yourself and have your own property, have your own money, have your own things. Do not rely on men so much, because the reliance on men is actually bringing these girls to meet people they don't know. Because maybe you see as if I marry someone, or if I meet someone with who is stable in terms of the finances, then I'm going to live a good life. You can actually live a good life if you work hard yourself and pray to God to enable you to do the right thing and to meet the right people. Yeah, you should pray to God even as you come to look for a spouse, even as you come to meet with people, because you never know what kind of people you are meeting with. It's good to pray that God directs you to the person who is good, who is not having an ill motive, evil thoughts, evil plans, so that God can direct you on the right person. Because nowadays, even when you are looking for someone to marry, you can meet with someone who is not straightforward, who is evil, who have bad plans, and therefore it is important to seek help from God, seek help from friends. Just meet with that guy with other friends so that they can be able to learn about him. Maybe what you cannot see, other people can see. And I think we have actually done a video about this again, and we told you that what you cannot see alone, another person can be able to see. Don't meet a stranger alone. Let him go to a public place, and you meet him in a company of other people, so that you can be able to understand this person even before you meet alone. In other words, I'm telling you, do not have a date with a person you don't know alone. Get to learn about this person. Get to know them. Get to know where they come from. Get to know the kind of work they do. Get to know the kind of friends they have. Get to know everything about them before even you agree to meet them. However desperate you are to marry, however desperate you are to get a boyfriend, it is very, very important to learn about this person you are going to spend even maybe the rest of your life with, if actually you are looking for a spouse. And even if you are going for maybe, I don't know what I can call it, it is still good to not to risk your life. Get to know the people you are meeting. Get to know the people who have told you to meet them, so that you don't risk your life. I hope our girls learn from the two cases that we have had, because it seems that we listen to a case, and then still some months to come or some years to come, we still hear about such a case again with another person. Please learn from what you hear from people. When you hear about the two cases we have had, learn from them and try to be careful. Do not put yourself in danger. However much you want to create a relationship, do not put yourself in danger. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Respect yourself. And all things will be okay. I think we can learn more later, but I think I'll end this video at this juncture. And please be careful. Watch. Get to know people before you interact with them, before you meet with them in private, before you get to cross yourself in a room with someone whom you do not know. It's very, very important to know them before you go to those extents. Bye-bye. See you during the next video.